Welcome into your Friday, everyone. We are inching closer and closer to the weekend. I'm Taylor Gattoni at the News 10 Plus digital desk with Cole Engle, who made his second appearance on News 10 today at 11 this morning.
Yup. Yeah, and we're back.
You're back and you're better than ever.
Yeah,
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you, Taylor?
Oh, we're good. It is Friday, Cole.
It's Friday.
We're pumped.
Yes.
But what we're not so pumped about is heading into the weekend. Cole's going to be explaining some possible thunderstorms that are moving across mid-Michigan. So what can you tell us?
Yup. So time frame is going to be for Saturday morning. We do have the first alert weather graphic here. We got the marginal risk in play for just about everyone here in the lower peninsula. So it's a level 1 out of 5, so it is an isolated chance of severe storms, not the biggest chance. But the main threats that we're looking at is the large hail and those high winds. They're relatively low, but again, it's something that we want to just keep in mind as we go into the weekend here. Looking at the MSU Skycam, which is brought to you by the Meridian Company Skycam Network. You can see we had those overcast skies. I think it's starting to rain a little bit outside too.
Yeah, I'll try to get some live looks outside. You keep going though, and let me try to plug the cameras.
I just talked to Colton a little bit ago, and he did say there was a couple raindrops coming down out there, which is kind of what we expected. So that is happening right now, and I think that's going to happen here for the next few hours. You can see the satellite and radar. We do have that rain coming in. Looks like coming straight from the west. Places like Kalamazoo, Lansing, Grand Rapids are all some of those areas that might be having some of that rainfall right now. And you can see where the bulk of the rain is. It's still out in Iowa, but that's heading towards our way. And you can take it hour by hour here. You can see when the bulk of the rain is going to come in. So for tonight, if you are going out, I would probably bring an umbrella because there is going to be those chance of rain showers coming in. As far as temperature-wise, it should be pretty comfortable. I think temps going to be sticking in the low 70s. So if you're going out to the Lugnuts game, it's something you want to bring like an umbrella or something for that.
Yeah, umbrella, rain poncho, anything to stay dry.
Just to stay safe. It's not going to be a washout by any means, but again, it's something you want to keep in mind. But you do notice as we get into the early morning hours for tomorrow when you're first waking up, that's when we have the thunderstorms knocking at our door, and that's going to be the best chance for that severe weather as well. But it's not going to stick around for very long. You notice by the lunchtime hour, we're mostly clearing out by then. We still got a chance of a couple of rain showers here and there, but you do notice that clearing line starting off to the north, and that will slowly make its way to the south later in the afternoon. And I think tomorrow evening is going to be pretty nice. I think we'll see temperatures in the low 80s and mostly sunny. So plans for tomorrow night, if you have anything outside, should be pretty smooth.
All right, yeah, look forward to that.
And then going into Saturday night, we're going to drop temperatures into the 60s and even waking up at around 57 degrees here in Lansing on Sunday morning. A couple of clouds moving in the area, but I even think those will move out later on in the day, and you'll see that we do have those clear skies by the end of the day.
Catch a sunset.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And then you're probably wondering how much rain we're going to see from this, and I think most areas are going to see about a half inch of rain or so, especially for Lansing southward. I think that's the best chance we're going to see where that rain is. And then for the next chance of rain too, you'll notice that Tuesday, it's looking more like it's going to be confined on the west side of the state, but that's something we're going to keep an eye on. By the way, this is a fun fact.
I like fun facts.
So I did a little research. I feel like it's been raining every single weekend.
Yeah.
And so I went and did a little research. In the past 8 weekends, so taking you back to May 1st, 6 of 8 of those weekends had some type or some amount of precipitation.
Oh my goodness.
So we've only had 2 completely dry weekends since, it's been kind of warm out. It's just kind of crazy.
I know, because especially when you talk about Memorial Day, which is when a lot of people typically like to go out on the water, that's like the unofficial, official start to summer. You want to head out into the boats. We were talking about that yesterday and this morning.
Yeah.
And just like getting out to Lake Michigan, heading to the beach. But you mentioned all the rain, and that's
it's not something that's going to be really good this weekend either. I mean, Saturday we got those rain showers, but it is going to clear out later on in the day on Saturday. So if you wanted to go out to the lake and maybe catch a sunset, then it would probably be a good night for that. Even Sunday too, but Sunday is going to be a little bit cooler. We're going to see temperatures in the low 70s that day. But it's a nice change. Again, we had those warm temperatures last week, or hot temperatures, I should say. So it is kind of nice to have a little bit of that change.
Yeah, get a little relief.
But yeah, looking into that weekend forecast again. Best chance of those rain and thunderstorms to be in the early morning hours on Saturday, and I do think we'll top out at around 81 degrees as a high for Saturday. And then you'll notice on Sunday it's a little bit cooler, high of 70, so it's going to be feeling a little bit more like September on Sunday. But I do think we're going to have plentiful of sunshine, especially later on in the day.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned too that it'll feel like the fall a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this morning, I like, even the smell, you can like get that smell of
Right,
what it's going to be
yeah.
like. And it smelled like
Crisp.
fall. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good word to
Yep.
use.
But yeah, you'll notice that the humidity, it's going to stay lower, a little muggy the next few hours, but then it does rise once we get those rain and thunderstorm chances really going into the day tomorrow. But then they'll drop once again. It'll feel pretty nice both Sunday and Monday. I think we're going to stay pretty comfortable. But then when we do have that next rain and thunderstorm chance coming in on Tuesday, I think that's when it's going to start to feel muggy once again. But it's summertime, so, you know, it's there.
You
It
got to
happens.
expect it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, looking at that 10-day forecast, we got that chance of rain showers for the rest of today, and then those rain and thunderstorms coming in tomorrow morning. And then a little bit cooler after that. Both Sunday and Monday are kind of looking the same, a little bit warmer on Monday with that high of 75. Average temperature this time of year, I think, is 82. So it is going to be about 10 degrees below average for Sunday and a little less on Monday. And then we do start to warm up again going into Tuesday and Wednesday. We got another chance of rain and thunderstorms on Wednesday. But then we're at the 4th of July already. And it's looking pretty good right now. I think we're going to have a high temperature of 83 with mostly sunny skies on that day. And then we have another chance of thunderstorms on the 5th. But then that weekend, finally, I mean, as of right now, it's looking pretty good. I think we're going to see low 80s and mostly sunny skies for those days. So finally, you know,
A weekend
yes,
that
I was
doesn't
gonna
have
say,
rain.
a clear weekend, you know, if you want to get that boat out, you want to go to Lake Michigan or anything, that's looking like it's going to be the weekend to do that.
So take advantage.
Absolutely.
And yeah, like you were mentioning, Cole, there's a lot of rain in this 10-day forecast. But yeah, as we head into Independence Day, and then, you know, deal with Friday and that little chance right there. But the weekend, that's going to be great.
The weekend's looking good. So if you do have plans for not this weekend, but the following weekend, it does look pretty good right now. I mean, things could change, but as of right now, it's looking pretty good. So.
All right. Well, anything else that you want to mention in the forecast here, or anything about the first alert that we're getting tonight?
Yeah, I guess just, you know, stay tuned, and, you know, this is something we're going to be watching pretty closely, of course. Colin's going to be here and tracking that, and yeah, just we'll keep an eye on it and see if anything changes.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank Cole, everyone, for joining the News 10 Plus Digital Desk. He's been doing such a great job. We got some claps in the newsroom because he's doing wonderful. Yay, Cole. There we go. He's got a big smile on his face. But yeah, so you're doing a great job. And then,
Thank
yeah,
you.
if people want more updates, you can always download the First Alert Weather app for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. Do you know the next time people can expect you on?
I think Wednesday.
All
Wednesday
right.
at 11. I think we're going to try to shoot for that day. That's
All
when
right.
I'm here next. So.
Sounds good. All right.
Woo!
Well, thanks for being here, Cole. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And then you can always check WILX.com, our website, for more of those First Alert updates. You're going to go right up here on the top blue bar. You're going to click on that. Oh, I don't know what's happening right there. But a little description from Darren earlier this morning on the First Alert that Cole was just talking about. And then you can read more details, the description here, the record highs and lows. You can go down and see the hourly temperatures and forecasts. You can track those rain showers across the area. Like Cole was mentioning, Colton said that there were already some raindrops showing up across mid-Michigan, so keep an eye on that. And then here's your 3-day, your 10-day forecast, and then a quick look at your weekend forecast. So like Cole was mentioning, more of those showers and thunderstorms coming in today, and also talking about that first alert happening tonight. So let me put the radar to future so you can see what I'm talking about with those thunderstorms and showers moving across mid-Michigan here if it wants to play. There we go. Look at all of that green moving across mid-Michigan. You're taking a look at all of that. So just make sure, again, you're downloading the First Alert Weather app for more of those updates, and especially because in the 10-day forecast, like Cole was mentioning, we're getting more of those rain and rain showers and thunderstorms happening across mid-Michigan before the Independence Day holiday. But of course, again, 4th of July is Thursday, and then Friday, some people may have it off, some people may be working, but either way, there will be thunderstorms or a possibility of thunderstorms to keep an eye on. So if you have an extended weekend, you plan on heading out to, you know, outside to a body of water, any of our Great Lakes, just make sure you're downloading the First Alert Weather app for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store to just keep an eye on the forecast so you can best manage and prepare for your day. But that's a look at what you have coming up in the 10-day forecast here. Let me pull up what Studio 10 has on their social media platforms. They are busy today, of course, on this Friday, getting things ready of, 517, how to live, be like a Lansing local, which is always super fun because you get to look at all of the different area events that are local to us and that we can take advantage of. Get outside, especially with the weather this weekend. After Saturday morning, the rest of the day and even Sunday are looking great. So take a look at Studio 10 social media pages, because if you need to brainstorm any weekend plans, or you just want to maybe binge watch some videos, catch up on any of the content that they've had, you can watch that Saturday morning when there are those rain chances. Stay dry, start brainstorming some ideas. Studio 10 has got you covered. But make sure that you're tuning into Studio 10 at 3 o'clock today. That's coming up in 45 minutes here. And you can catch Colton Sikoraki, who will be on for Studio 10, first at 4 in our 90 minutes of news, covering anything and everything that you need to know coming up in our first alert forecast. And again, with the first alert we have tonight for those thunderstorms, just keeping an eye on that. But otherwise, Studio 10, make sure to catch them at WILX Studio 10 for their social media accounts. And if you are a business, you want to sponsor with Studio 10, send them an email at studio10@wilx.com. So again, that is what we have coming up for your weather, and then also what we have coming up for Studio 10 today. Again, that's at 3 o'clock, so make sure you're tuning in. Otherwise, we have some more things coming up on News 10 today, starting with first at 4 and what'll be on Mid-Michigan Matters. So June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And of course, we're talking a lot of mental health stories, especially with our You're Not Alone mental health series here on News 10 all year long. So we're bringing in an expert from the Community Mental Health Authority of Clinton, Eaton, and Ingham counties to talk about the importance of men seeking help, seeking that mental professional help, speaking to someone about the challenges that they're going through. We'll also speak on the mental health concerns that are common in men and the more unknown threats, so that men know what to get checked, what to speak with, what to speak about with their mental health care professional, and making sure that they're improving their mental health. So that's coming up Mid-Michigan Matters today. And then coming up News 10 at 5, a summer surge of COVID-19 is here in the U.S. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Hospitalizations, deaths, and cases are all on the rise. And we have more on that information coming up News 10 at 5 today. And the home of the MSU Coaches radio show is getting a new name. Today, Reno's East will close its doors after 31 years in the community. News 10's Tonight Jordan spent the afternoon talking with the new buyers and what's in store for the old location. That is coming up today on News 10 at 5:30. You're seeing that on your screen. And then coming up News 10 at 6. Aaron Bowling is in Hillsdale County speaking with the sheriff's office and the community about the officer who died in the line of duty yesterday afternoon. She'll have more coming up on News 10 at 6, but right now we are going to be checking in with Aaron. So just give me just a second here. We'll be checking in to see what more she has to say from Hillsdale County. All right, we're going to send it to Aaron.
Thanks, Taylor. Today I'm in Hillsdale County because their sheriff's office has just identified Deputy William Butler. He was shot and killed yesterday in the line of duty. And I spoke with the sheriff earlier this morning about his impact, what happened, and the legacy he leaves behind. I'll have more on the incident and his legacy on News 10, 5 and 6. Back to you, Taylor.
All right, thank you, Aaron. She has more on this tragic incident with the officer-involved shooting. Speaking on the deputy, again, she's going to have more coming up today on News 10 at 6, so just make sure to tune in for that. In relation to losses and speaking on mental health, I do want to show our You're Not Alone mental health series QR code that you can take a look at on your screen right now. And just know that that QR code, when you scan it with your cell phone's camera, and you click on the link, it'll bring you to our website, wilx.com, where there is a list of resources for our mid-Michigan counties, are listed under each mid-Michigan county, and you get to see a guidance of tools that you can seek after. Whether you're ready for it or not, just know that those resources are there for you when you're ready to open up, when you feel comfortable, and you are ready to improve your mental well-being. Know that there are resources out there for you. And when you're ready, they're ready. So whether you're facing suicidal thoughts, stress, depression, anxiety, I know that Inside Out 2 just came out, and so a lot of people, are talking about their emotions and different feelings. Great movie, by the way. Really helps you understand what's going on in your head. But yeah, that movie alone even shows you everything that's going on. So if you're feeling that there's a lot on your plate, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed, there is substance abuse and addiction with substance abuse and also gambling, know that there are those resources out there for you to again improve your emotional well-being. And with that said, I know we were talking about the 4th of July, so know that happening next Thursday, July 4th at 11 in the morning, during News 10 Today at 11, or in place of it, I should say, we are running a You're Not Alone special. That will be taking up that hour, so make sure you're tuning in for that impactful story. Again, that is coming up on Thursday, July 4th. One last time, I'll take a look at the 10-day forecast. That way you can see what to expect coming up in the next 10 days across mid-Michigan. And again, this is an average of what our meteorologists see across mid-Michigan. So that means they're taking the average of Lansing, Jackson, Holt, Mason, all of the above. So just make sure that if you are in Jackson, you go to our First Alert weather app, you are typing in the location for Jackson to get a more accurate description into your area. Otherwise, these are a pretty generic description of what's going on across mid-Michigan. But I will take a live look outside at Michigan State University. I know that Chris Schultz is joining us from East Lansing. So hello, Chris. Hopefully you're having a great Friday. And then I'll take another few looks across mid-Michigan before we hop off here on the News 10 Plus digital desk, just to show you what you're looking at as you head into your weekend. So a live look now at downtown Jackson, and then let me take you to Delta Township. There we go. Oh, let me get off of Delta Township because that's looking a little funky on the screen. All right, we're gonna take you to Mason right now instead, where you can see the flag is at half-staff over there, and also it's blowing in the wind, the other flags too. Let me change that to Mason, there we go. But you were seeing that on your screen right there. So again, cloudy skies as you head out the door today. Make sure you're downloading the First Alert weather app for more of those First Alert forecast updates at the hour by hour, the radar, the satellite. You can track all of the storms that are moving across mid-Michigan happening tonight, like Cole mentioned. And Colton will be mentioning more of that coming up on Studio 10 in under 40 minutes here. I did my math wrong. But yes, make sure you're tuning into that. And then also, I know there's been a lot of construction projects across mid-Michigan. And some of those construction projects, or in the construction zones, there have been accidents because people are going too fast, they're not paying attention. So also, we will provide traffic alert updates on the First Alert weather app too. So it's a great way to plan your drive because not only are you getting the weather and the temperatures, but you're also getting what's happening out on the roadways. So any traffic alerts, we'll make sure to update you on there, and then you're smooth sailing, hopefully, for your drive. But we hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend, everyone. Make sure you're tuning into Studio 10, First at 4, and our 90 minutes of news. And until then, have a great rest of your day.